It is Monday, November 14th. I am having to check to be sure I'm right. It was a week ago from yesterday that I got released from the hospital. Basically, we didn't vlog much at all last week. Mama and I got really sick. We seem to have picked up some sort of upper respiratory virus while we were at the hospital. And the first half of the week, it hit me the hardest. I was coughing up my guts and lost my voice entirely. It's still a bit funky, but it's back for the most part. And now the second half of the week, it's hit Mama the hardest, and she's coughing a lot. And she's lost her voice somewhat, but hers hasn't completely gone out on her. Like, I lost mine completely. I had no voice. No sound would come out. And I had an MRI I had to do on Friday. So, between that and another test I was having to do here at home and trying to recover from the whole hospital situation and the upper respiratory virus and tests, and we just didn't really film much over the last week. So we're gonna pick it back up here. We've got doctor's appointments this week. I'm gonna be seeing my neurologist tomorrow. I've been having a lot of funky stuff that's been going on. It started about 2 months ago with this sort of trigger attack that was one singular attack. Didn't seem like much of anything, seemed like a lone event. And then the next month it happened again and came really oddly. It's a really weird thing, and none of my doctors know what the heck it is. When I explain what's happening, it doesn't make sense to them. So yeah, I'm seeing my neurologist tomorrow, who's also a sleep specialist, so that's great. And I'm in the office right now, and I'm going to be typing up a symptom list for her. And I had an MRI done Friday of my brain, and I didn't really like that very much, but that wasn't very fun. They're very loud, and you're strapped down. And when you have bad anxiety, it's not fun being strapped down to a machine. I had mild anxiety before all these neurological attacks started happening, and then when the neurological attacks started happening, my mild anxiety turned to what I would call a lot more severe anxiety, because they start when I'm sleeping, and they cause me to wake up in a panic because they trigger these really, really vivid nightmares. Because the attacks are physical, they make the dreams feel a lot more real, I guess. And so I've been having a lot more anxiety, I'm having a lot of vision issues, and just a lot of stuff is going on. It's really weird. So yeah, we're seeing my neurologist. Kind of really wanting an answer for this because I've got nothing. We are researchers in this house, and we've found nothing on this one, which is strange. I mean, we have, in our time, we've found some very rare things that have hit the nail on the head as far as what our conditions are. But anyway, I've got some food here, and I'm going to be playing some music because my ears ring constantly and I don't like quiet anymore. So I'm going to be playing music and write up my symptom list, and yeah, that's that. So, hey, it is Tuesday night and we really haven't filmed much. Sorry about that. We didn't sleep very well last night, and my neurologist appointment was really early this morning, and it was early for us. We had to get up pretty early and get out of here. It went well, I suppose. It did. Sometimes you kind of want answers, and I guess in a sense you kind of want something that'll fix it pretty fast. And pretty much the answer is, it seems like it's not any seizure activity. The MRI looks good, and basically she thinks it's tied to some of the other stuff that we're dealing with, which isn't diagnosed, but yet we're getting it diagnosed right now. My phone's going off. We're trying to get me diagnosed with a condition right now. I don't know if we mentioned it yet. I don't remember. Basically, it's been what's been like getting me sent to the ER every other week. So, we're working on getting that taken care of, and she thinks management of that will probably get this head stuff sorted out. So we'll be working with my allergist immunologist a lot, and see where things with that go. And yeah, anyway, I'm hurting a lot today. I didn't sleep very well last night, and like I'm very tender. My neck is hurting a lot. Under my jaw, I don't know, I think I might have dislocated my jaw when I was sleeping. I have a lot of issues with that, like TMJ and dislocating jaw with the EDS. It dislocates and it hurts a lot. Like, I had my jaw dislocated for several weeks after I brushed my teeth one day. That hurt. So, neurologist appointment went well. Rachel has a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and then Hannah has one the next day. I don't remember what Hannah's is, though. Rachel's seeing our PCP, and he might be seeing the cardiologist. I don't know. But, yep. I am not able to hold the camera straight, apparently. I am in the office. Oh, good, the computer finished. Recovery. Let's go on and that. My computer was updating. I got, over here, on Mom's computer, I've got, like, Parks and Rec set up over there. And, gonna have that like going on in the background while I do stuff on the computer over here, because this is where I work, and that's hers, but she's not in here, so I'm gonna have that. But apparently I didn't have a document saved, and so the computer's trying to cover it, because the computer decided to shut down and do updates. I hate it when it does that. Updates take forever, but they're done now. So go away, I don't know what's open. Anyway, yep, it's kind of been a lazy day other than that. Took a nap for a while. That's literally all it is. Okay. It's nothing except the word one. Okay. Nothing. Okay, but where's my... There it is. Okay, my battery is about to die, so I'm going to run, charge this, and... get back with you later. Bye. It's late. I don't know. It's after midnight. Probably almost 1 a.m. I'm using my phone, so sorry if the video quality isn't very good. I really just didn't feel like going to get the camera. I've not had a very good night. I got in the office to do stuff, and I actually didn't really end up doing anything on the computer. I got sidetracked, the internet started going out, and started having issues with that, and then I was cleaning up the hedgehog boxes, and trying to get them moved back into the bedroom, because they'd gotten moved out while I was, sick with the respiratory virus, so that we could diffuse oils and stuff in the room, because that's not really good for them, so we'd moved them out of the bedroom, and I was moving them back in and cleaning their boxes, and I got sidetracked, never really ended up doing stuff in the office. And then the garage, there was a super weird smell out in the garage. We think some neighbors might have been burning something, like leaves or tree stump or something, and the smell got all in our garage, and ended up getting into the kitchen, where I went into, and I try to avoid any smells at this point in time. I have this mask, which I have to wear pretty much anytime I'm outside. Like, I wear it, like, when we go shopping, I wear it when I get out of the car to the store, because of smokers, anybody who could be smoking anywhere. So basically, whatever that smell was that was in the garage got into the kitchen, and I only got a smell of it for a few seconds, and by the time it took for me to get from the kitchen to the family room, that's not very far. I don't know if y'all know how far that is. It's not far, but it took about 15 steps, 20 maybe, I don't know, not very far, and basically I collapsed. It sent me into an attack, and nobody was around. People were either back in bedrooms or working, and so basically I was laying on the floor, and it took a little while before I got anybody's attention. I was having to slap on the floor, and it took a little while. I got people's attention, and they were helping me get medicine and try and get it under control. And I've been resting on my bed since then. Don't feel very good. It kind of messed with my emotional state a bit, because most of my passing out episodes have either happened in front of people, so somebody's been there to help me, or the only other episode that happened when nobody was there, I collapsed, and somebody came, like, immediately, because I called. Like, I had called for help right before I collapsed, and in this instance, I didn't have time to call for anybody. I didn't know I was gonna collapse, and so I was kind of laying on the floor. I didn't have any strength or coherency to call for help. When I'm like that, I don't really have much of an ability to speak. Doctors call it syncope or near syncope, and it's basically, it's not quite fainting, but it basically just drains my body of most of my strength. So I'm basically collapsed on the floor, and I can't move for a few minutes, and I was kind of just collapsed there, and I couldn't really do anything until anybody got me my medicine and helped me. So I by the time they found me, I was basically crying on the floor, because it just, like, really freaked me out that I was by myself for so long. So yeah, that one kind of messed with my emotional state, and then I ended up having a panic attack, which was fine. I had a panic attack later on. Rachel and I were watching Flash, and that got weird. There was just this scene where stuff started happening, and it just, like, it sent me into, like, this panic attack where my brain, like, froze, and I, like, started curling up in a ball and crying, and, like, couldn't communicate really very well for several minutes. It was just messing with my brain way too much, and I didn't really care for it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be watching Flash right now. So it was hitting a bit too close to home because of the nightmare issues I've been having lately. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be sticking to other happier things. So, but yeah, you know, Parks and Rec marathons and happy things. But yeah, it's kind of been one of those nights where, like, everything seems to be going wrong, unfortunately. But I have been talking for 6.5 minutes already. Wow. I'm sorry. I have such a bad headache. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my meds together for in the morning so I can take those. Because, yeah. I basically just get my morning meds together, and I set alarms on my phone so that my alarm goes off, and I wake up, I take my meds, and then I go back to sleep. And yeah. I don't get up in the morning. I don't really wake up until afternoon. So, that's me. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get back to watching my vlog, because I'm watching Jamie and Nikki. I don't know if any of y'all watch them. There's some Australian vloggers I like, but yeah, I'm gonna watch them, and my hair is so messy. I think there's a bobby pin, stray bobby pin. Yeah. Don't know what that was doing. Dying. But yeah, tea. So I'm going to go and